Live a little, flip the page, give it some more, getting out of my way. I was hiding, bulletproof, forever waiting. Then came you. I thought I was what I've been told. I thought I was. I thought I
Good morning, friends.
was what I
It's a lovely Sunday morning here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, it may not seem like it, but I'm in the heart of the city. That's the beauty of all the lakes we have here in Minneapolis. You can be walking, on a path, a paved path on the lakeside. You can also be walking on an unpaved path in the middle of the city, which feels like you're way somewhere off in the wilderness. I'm on the east side of Cedar Lake, one of our smaller lakes here in town. It's actually the only lake in the city where you can actually have some lakeshore property. One of my favorite houses here. This is a prairie home designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. One of the rare gems here in Minneapolis. Frank Lloyd Wright was from Illinois, and being in such close proximity, he built a lot of homes here in the Twin Cities area. This house is perched on a hill overlooking Cedar Lake. This was my running route when I lived just a mile east of here, just right before van life. Actually, the place I lived in before I went into van life, I lived about a mile from here, and this was part of my morning run every day. Just a real-time update for you. I am still, as you know, here in the Twin Cities area, Minneapolis, and I'm going to be here a while. And there are plans. I don't know what they're going to look like, but there are plans to travel again in the fall. But right now, things are on hold. So, and there's so many other things that I'm working on at this time that I'm not ready to reveal. A lot of things that I'm working on right now. But more to come on that later. And one of the reasons I've been so stationary right now is my dad's health. He's not doing so well. I mean, mentally, he's sharp, he's together, he's there. It's just his motor skills. With Parkinson's, he's really struggling, and just in the last 4 weeks, he's taken a big downturn. In fact, a few days ago, he announced that he wanted to go to a nursing home. This is actually a clue to how well he's not feeling, or how confident he's not feeling in his abilities. And I say it's not something where he doesn't feel like bad, like in terms of pain, or in terms of his mind or what have you. He's sharp. The only problem is that his motor skills have rapidly declined. So he's not feeling safe in his place. I've been by there in the last few weeks almost every single day, whereas before, he really fought for his independence. And the fact that, a few days ago he told me maybe I'm ready for a nursing home kind of threw me back, and got me in crisis mode in terms of helping him find what he needs to help him feel more comfortable. We've already started the process of looking into nursing homes, because that's eventually coming. He's actually said that himself. He's like, I know it's soon. Maybe I should just go now. So we've started that process. And here's a key to the fact that he's not really feeling confident in his motor skills. Just 2 weeks ago, we had planned a trip right around the day of my birthday to head 2 hours north to Lake Superior area, Duluth, where I lived when I was a baby. And he always told me about the area up there when I was a baby, and about where we lived and what was up there. There used to be an Air Force base up there, but he pulled the plug on that trip. He's actually using a walker now. I had to fight him for that. He fell last month, and came over like a day after he had fallen, and he had a cane. I'm like, what's going on? He said, let me go this way. He reported that he took a fall and just needed some extra support. So I reminded him that he has a walker, and this is how I know he's so sharp. And he's still fighting even though he admitted that he's possibly ready for a nursing home, he's still fighting for his independence and his youth. So when I had mentioned the walker, and it's not your typical walker that you see with, you know, the wheels on front and the tennis balls on back. No, that's not it. He definitely would not go for that. He got some funding and assistance with getting a walker right when we moved him into his new place. It's a really fancy one. So it's like a red hot rod walker, and it's got a little seat on it if you need to sit down. And he's like, I don't want to use that. It's for old people. I'm like, Dad, the cane is not going to help you. If you're off balance, you've only got 1 point of contact with the ground. The walker's going to give you a lot more stability. I pulled it out. I said, try it. He tried it, and he's been using it ever since. But like I say, just in the last 2 weeks, he's really complained of not feeling confident in his abilities to be mobile. So start the process of, like I said, getting him assessed. And I've already called to a few places to check in terms of a nursing home where I feel, you know, I would feel confident in the services that they offer for him. So that ball's rolling. We'll see how it goes. The next video coming up is my travels to Florida to see my family down there. And, you know, coming out of that storm in Texas, when I got to Florida, it was just a breath of fresh air. It's like high 70s. There were some nights where, you know, dipped down into the high 60s, which was fine for me. And then for the most part, after a few days of being there, we're in the 80s, and it was heaven. I mean, so I'm gonna finish off my hike here and go grab some ready-made breakfast at one of our local grocery stores. Man, they have the best breakfast. This place is called Lunds and Barley's, and especially on the weekends, they have hot breakfast. They have anything from, like, you know, eggs to SOS. If you don't know what that is, that's it's another way of saying poop on a shingle. It's like a creamed or chipped beef, and a gravy, and you put it over some fresh made biscuits. I love it. My dad loves it. So I'm gonna bring him some of that, some eggs, and sometimes they either have pancakes or French toast ready made as well too. So it's a breakfast hot bar. I love the place. So gonna do that, go visit my dad, and then edit this video here. And I've got a whole host of things to do, work related. Even though it's a Sunday and the week's ahead of me, I've got to get a jump start on the week coming up here. But again, so much to tell you guys. And I'm not ready to reveal all of it right now, but stay tuned. All right, friends, I'm gonna wrap it up. Have a beautiful day today. Take care.